What's up, spooky people? My name is Gritty and welcome to the Spooky Corner. And today I'm going to be telling you guys about some scary urban legends from Mexico. Bienvenidos, amigos! That's about all the Spanish I got for you right now. I got to brush up on my Spanish while doing research for this video, but it's still not great. It still needs a lot of work. Anyway, Mexico definitely has a bunch of creepy stuff going on over there. We got the haunted cemetery in Guadalajara. We got the island of the dolls, which is an island literally full of haunted dolls. It's a real thing. And then we got the Day of the Dead holiday, where you paint your face, head to the cemetery, eat some food, and hang out with the dead. That sounds like a Friday night to me. Now, we're not going to be talking about those things. Side note, don't ask me how I know about all that stuff. I don't have that much of a life. But we're not going to be talking about those things. Today we're going to be talking about scary urban legends that have been passed down from generation to generation. Stories about witches, ghosts, and monsters that have been terrorizing Mexico and Mexican children for like ever. So without further ado, enough with the chit chat. Sit back, relax, and let's dig in to these Mexican urban legends. So I'm going to kick it off right now with a very famous urban legend, and that is La Llorona. La Llorona, aka the Weeping Woman, is the story of a woman named Maria who haunts rivers, lakes, and bodies of water around Mexico as she cries out, searching for her deceased children. You see, but the thing is, Maria is actually the one who killed them. Back in the day, there was a beautiful woman with long black hair named Maria. And Maria had a beautiful family, 2 kids and a husband. Until one day, all of that came crashing down when Maria found out that her husband was stepping out and he was cheating on her. Now, Maria was obviously pissed off that her husband was sneaking out and getting with another woman. So she needed to take revenge. She needed to get back at her husband for what he was doing, but she didn't go the typical route. Maria didn't key his car, beat the girl up, write it on his Facebook wall. I don't think Facebook was around back then. But Maria didn't go the typical route with her revenge plan. She decided to take a very unorthodox approach at getting back at her husband. And that was by literally drowning her kids. To get back at her husband, she took her kids to the lake by their house and drowned them. You see, but Maria quickly realized how stupid of a decision that was, because as soon as her children died and they were in the water all drowned and whatnot, she then realized what she really had done. So overtaken with grief, she eventually jumped in the water herself and committed suicide. Now, the story doesn't end there. They say that Maria ended up making it up to the gates of heaven, but was denied. She was denied from the gates of heaven and forced to walk the earth looking for her children. And now they say that till this day, a ghostly woman with long black hair and a white flowing dress can be seen haunting rivers and lakes around Mexico. But not just seen, heard, calling, crying, looking for her children. Now, there are other stories that kind of differ from the story I just told you. There's different legends depending on where you go, depending on who you talk to. Some people say that it wasn't even her husband at all, that she wanted to marry this guy, but he was like, you got kids. And she was like, oh, I can get rid of those. And she drowned him. But then she was overtaken with grief again and she ended up committing suicide. And the story goes on from there, where she haunts the rivers and lakes. The scariest part is that parents tell their children that if they're caught out late at night, La Llorona will snatch them up and drown them to beg for forgiveness and get her kids back. Well, I guess we didn't learn anything, Maria. I guess we didn't learn anything, did we? We're just gonna drown kids because we drowned other kids. Great thinking. So if you're a kid in Mexico right now, make sure you're not playing around by the lake at night, because you might go for a swim. Next up, we have the urban legend of El CUCUY, aka the Spanish version of the boogeyman. This is probably the most famous urban legend out of Mexico. And actually, it didn't even originate in Mexico, it originated in Portugal. And this urban legend says that El CUCUY comes out late at night to feed on the children who have been bad and disrespected their parents. In Mexico, El CUCUY is a hairy beast with one pointed ear so he can hear the bad children, and sharp rows of teeth so he can eat them. Other cultures say different things about El CUCUY, which makes him scarier. The scariest thing about El CUCUY is that it's not really known what he looks like. There's no set concrete decision on what El CUCUY is, so you don't know what you're looking for. If you're looking out your window for El CUCUY, you don't know what you're gonna find, which is scary as hell. Some people say, like I said in Mexico, that he's a hairy beast. Some other cultures say, like in Portugal, that he is a ghost with a pumpkin head. And he actually has roots to Halloween there, which is awesome because you know we love Halloween. Now, other cultures say that El CUCUY is a shadow, a black shadow that hides in your closet and hides under your bed. Others say that he is a shapeshifter and he can literally be anything. Even an old woman, an old man, your next door neighbor, he can be anybody. So you're telling me that Abuela, my grandma, can be El CUCUY? I ain't going over there no more, man. Now, being half Puerto Rican, I grew up hearing the legend of El CUCUY. In Puerto Rico, we call it El Cuco. And I would be told that he was in the closet, he was in the next room waiting for me when I was throwing a tantrum or basically being a badass. But, you know, he never came, and I continued to be a little prick. So you know what? Suck it! I don't believe you. Next up, we got a pretty interesting one called El Carro de las Brujas. Basically translating to the car full of witches. And this urban legend says that on the road between Cuernavaca and Mexico City, that there is a red car that comes out at night full of very attractive women that are looking to pick up a lonely man walking on the side of the road. They say that this car targets lonely men walking by themselves and entices them to get in the car. They tell the men that they will fulfill all their wishes and fantasies. Now, I know what you're thinking. This may sound more like the plot of a porno than an urban legend, but it's not. And this honestly sounds great. I mean, it's just a car full of hotties coming to pick up a guy, fulfilling his fantasies. I mean, what could be wrong with that? Well, until you find out that these guys are supposedly found dead, beaten, bloody on the side of the road with symbols carved into their body, which leads people to believe that this car full of very attractive women looking to pick up men is a car full of witches looking to get guys to do a satanic ritual. And this is one definitely, like, these witches know exactly what they're doing, because no girls are gonna fall for this. Like, women are not gonna fall for that. Like, if you roll up on a girl with a car full of guys and you're like, hey baby, I could fulfill your fantasies. I mean, basically, unless she's a prostitute, she's not gonna even come close to the car. She's gonna be like, oh no thanks, bye. No, but a guy, we ain't thinking with this head. Most of us are thinking with this head, and we're gonna be like, yup. And then that's where you find yourself in the middle of a satanic ritual. I like this one. It's definitely a unique one, and it's one that I had a lot of fun researching. Now, there's not much more on this one than that. It just says that they pick up the guys, they kill them, and they use them as a sacrifice. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's good. I like it. Although I can't lie, I mean, like, yo, honestly, like, even though that I know this urban legend now, like, I'm going to Mexico and I happen to see a car and they come up to me asking to fulfill fantasies and stuff, like, you know, I might jump in is what I'm saying. Let's talk about probably the scariest urban legend on this list, and that is La Lechuza. La Lechuza is said to be a witch who can transform herself into a big owl. And what this woman does is she transforms herself into an owl, and she flies across the night sky of Mexico looking to pinpoint a victim, swoop them up, and use them in her satanic rituals. They even say that this witchy woman got her powers from Satan. But what's even scarier is that she's not just a bird to some people. Some people actually say that Lechuza has the body of a bird, but the head of a hideous old witch. Now what's also interesting is what Lechuza does. Lechuza pinpoints a victim at nighttime, and she waits outside of their house. But to get them outside, she sits atop a tree, or she sits atop of any place she can be, and makes crying noises like a baby. She makes crying noises like a baby to lure you outside, basically so you're gonna be like, oh my god, there's a baby outside, let me go see what's going on. Guess what, Lechuza? You ain't getting me with that one. You know why? Because I'm like the worst neighbor, I'm like the worst Samaritan, and I hate baby cries anyway. So if I hear that, if I hear a baby crying outside my house at like 2 in the morning, you think I'm going outside? Yeah, right. So to anybody stupid enough to go outside and go check on this baby, they won't find a baby, they will find a big ass bird with a witch's head, and they'll get swooped up and killed later that night. Now the other thing she supposedly does is scratch on your door and scratch on your window. So if you walk outside your house in the morning and you see scratch marks on your door, that's Lechuza. Now this one is probably the scariest to me because I am not a fan of birds at all. I hate birds, and like I told you in my video about the old hag, I am not a fan of like scary old people. So having that mixed together is just like a total nightmare for me, honestly. Now check this out. I'm gonna leave me being a pussy about birds alone. This is also interesting about Lechuza is that if you think you're safe from this witch bird because you're not in Mexico, think again, because La Lechuza is said to even be in America. Spanish communities in America say that they have actually seen La Lechuza flying around looking for her next victim. And I came across this story of a woman, or of a girl, who was laughing about Lechuza with her friends. Her friends were trying to tell her about the urban legend, and she wasn't having it. She was like, ah, yeah, right. A big bird woman? She was dying. She was having a good time. She was laughing. And then the next thing you know, right on the windowsill is an owl looking right at her. In your face. That's what you get for laughing. That's what you get. But honestly, Lechuza better watch out. If she's in America, she's over here, she better watch out where she's flying around. Because she is guaranteed, you come around here, you are guaranteed to get clapped.
Well, you will get caught.
On to our final urban legend, and that is La Planchada, aka the Ironed Woman. I'll get to why they call her the Ironed Woman in a second, but this urban legend says that La Planchada is the ghost of a nurse who roams around the hallways of a hospital looking not to hurt people, but to heal them. That's right, this is a change of pace. This is a change of mood from some of the other urban legends on this list. Pretty much all of them. All of the other ones are about like witches and death and destruction. This one is taking more of a positive tone, and I kind of like it. So La Planchada is called that because she is known for her immaculately pressed white clean uniform. That's why they call her the Iron Woman, because she, even in death, she is dressed to impress. And I can respect that, girl. You do it. You work it. This one is actually not too old. This one is probably from the 90s. I think I saw this one is like from started in the 1990s, and they say that La Planchada was a great nurse, like in her day. Everybody loved her. She did an amazing job. She was known for her pressed, white, clean uniform, and her patients loved her. She was doing an amazing job. And while she was working, this new doctor came into town, and she fell in love. And so did he. So they ended up getting together. So now we got another love story on this list. And this one also ends in tragedy, unfortunately, because the nurse ended up finding out that her boyfriend, this doctor, was actually engaged. She didn't go out and kill any kids like La Llorona. She didn't go that far. But this ended up sending her into a deep depression, which ended up affecting her work. And when that happened, eventually, one of her patients ended up suffering and dying. And they say that she felt so bad about this that she got into an even deeper depression, ended up getting sick, and then she died. And now they say that La Planchada can be seen walking the hallways, healing people, healing very sick people, because she feels so bad about the one person that she let die, that now her life's mission, well, her death's mission, is to heal as many patients as she can. La Planchada is said to not even walk the halls, but float down the hallways with a glow around her. That glow is probably because she's such like a positive spirit, which is awesome. And they say that she goes to like the sickest patients in the hospital, heals them, and then like the next day they feel better, like miraculously. And then the doctors will come up to them and they'll be like, hey, like what the hell happened? You were just on your deathbed. And the patients would just respond by saying, the nurse came in and healed me. Now I totally believe that we should have a La Planchada in like every hospital, because last time I went to the hospital it was packed. So we need some ghosts up in there, like putting some hands on people, healing them, getting them the hell out of there. Like for real. So those are all the urban legends I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed them. We ran through some pretty cool ones. They were all great. I had a great time researching this, to be honest with you. I didn't know there was so many urban legends in Mexico, but apparently there is, and there's more than I put in this video. Now, let me know what you think about my Spanish, because, you know, I know more than I portray in this video. And I've actually heard that my Spanish is actually pretty sexy. So you let me know what you think about that. Now also, you let me know 6 feet deep below in the comment section, what is your favorite urban legend out of all of these? Personally, I have a hard time picking between La Planchada and the Car of the Witches. It's a hard choice, because I love La Planchada because it's more of a positive one, and this gave me like kind of the inspiration that I should do more videos like about good spirits too on this channel. But if I had to pick, I'm gonna have to go with, right now, the one that got me most excited was the witch car. That was the one that got me most excited. I had a lot of fun. I was laughing, reading about it, about these guys getting in the car and then getting fucking satanic rituals done on them. So let me know 6 feet deep below in the comment section which one was your favorite and why. Now that is all the time I got today for the Spooky Corner. So make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and of course, come back next time for some more spooky stuff. All right. Woo! You look good? You look good? Do I look good? I live in New York, so we got like pigeons and we got like seagulls and stuff flying around. And just the other day I was at the train station and these like flock of seagulls were coming around all close to me, and I was acting like a pussy. They were flying close to me, and I was like, so I don't like this. And also oh my god, what the fuck?